Yom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, and Shalom to the sincere Akim, spreading this truth and sincerity. Shalom. So in this video I want to speak on the dream that I had a couple of days ago. And this dream was about the Antillean dude that I spoke about in a couple of videos back, about how he occurred a couple of times out of nowhere. How he saw me, how he was there when I happened to have a thing going on with the motorcycle of my father, and how I didn't really know what to think of the situation or where it would unfold, but that time would eventually tell. Well, the most that he gave me a dream concerning this person, how this individual actually had some hidden motives, man. How he was like scheming and lying, because I remember I was in my own house. He was there, and one of the brothers, the brother Taz Bashar, he was there as well, and something had to be done, something had to be exchanged. I don't know what it was, but something had to change, in a small thing, a technical thing. And as I was busy with that, something fell off, so I was like, you know what? Let me go check upon this dude. And as I was moving towards the man who was standing in the backyard, he reacted as if he got caught, man. And then he basically opened up about his quote unquote plans or something, how he was trying to like deceive me, and then steal from me, and then whatnot, like gain my trust to eventually stab me in the back, in a way like that, and the funny thing is, the Most High already showed me a couple of times in the week prior to the dream, this man, his mannerisms, man. This man, his mannerisms, it was Tuesday, where the Most High actually already reviewed a couple of his, characteristics that are not like on point, man. Because I met him, at the riding school for the motorcycles, and there he was sent away. He was sent away over there, due to disturbing a situation. I do not remember the details, because a day later, a couple of my colleagues came to me like if I know the dude. And I was like, yeah, I only know him from here, but other than that, I'm not acquainted with him. Then he started to explain the situation, and that he eventually started to cuss them out, this, that, and the third, which, that was like, like already like a confirmation, like something is up with this dude. But hey, us being in this truth, we do have some sort of mercy, because we do know and understand that we all have certain walks of life. We all have certain walks of life wherein, we have a certain past. So, for me, I would have, basically, check this dude out, keep an eye open. But what the Most High showed me was basically this dude, his plan, to basically gain my trust, to eventually stab me in the back, And then that same Tuesday, me and another brother from GMS Holland, we rode with him a little bit, and we wanted to get some food. But then as we was trying to get some food at the Antillean place, he also started to, freak out, man, over, which I later found out over nonsense, man. Because what he actually requested, he requested of the restaurant, to basically get the half rice, half potato. But then he requested to only get like 10 pieces of potato. And then the man behind the counter was like, yeah, I'm not gonna tell them, in the kitchen, like, yeah, count 10 for him, and then, the rest rice, or, equal amount of rice. And then I heard a conversation. I was like, man, I apologize for his behavior, man. Because this man, was there with me, and now I am quote unquote acquainted with this dude in the eyes of the Moabite. But when I want to eat there in the future, I don't want the Moabites in the kitchen to spit on my food or put something in my food, man, that makes me sick. You know what I mean? So, better for me to have apologized to this dude that I barely know, but, that I was like, let me see where this is going. But the Most High, he showed me like, hey, to basically prevent me from my purpose, man, like it says in Job chapter 33. So let me start off at Job chapter 33 and verse 14. For the Most High speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth it not. Yeah, so the Heavenly Father is able to speak to us through multiple channels, actually. Whether it's dreams, whether it's something that a person says, whether it is a song, when there's a message that has to come over or that has to come across, the Heavenly Father is able to do that. The Heavenly Father also, is able to, put it in imagery. Like you're walking somewhere, you look up, you see a billboard, but exactly it's the thing that you was thinking about or that you're actually dealing with, and there's the answer. But the Most High is also able to put certain things in dreams. He's able to tell us things through dreams. And what I had, was a dream that was quite clear, man. I didn't expect it, but the Most High, he had different plans, man. And earlier this week as well, and I'm talking about early this week as in, but in the last couple of days, he also sent me a message and said, hey, I don't have time right now, man, I'm busy with something. And after that, he didn't respond no more. I didn't hear nothing from him no more, But reading on, it says, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon man, in slumberings upon the bed, then he opened the ears of men. I see that their instruction, yeah, so then he's able to put some understanding in you, but he's also able to instruct you about what you're supposed to and what you got to do, man. And in my case with this situation, I'm supposed to avoid this individual concerning that. Keep my distance. When I see him, greet him, but keep it at a distance, right? Do not let this man get too close to me. Neither allow him to earn my trust. It says that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from men. You see, so the thing that I had going on was like, I see where it is going, Yaratazah, him being an Antillean, which makes him a Jake, which makes him an Israelite, Yaratazah, time invested and time spent might turn him, back to the Most High, man, but it is what it is, you see. The Heavenly Father put forth this warning, so I gotta hearken, man, So yeah, that's basically the thing that I wanted to say concerning this dream. Sometimes you're busy with something upon your mind, and you're seeking for an answer, and then the Most High just shows you, man. The Most High just shows you, like, this is not it. This is not supposed to be done. Do not go into this way. It even says, verse 18, he keepeth back his soul from the pit and his life from perishing by the sword. So, through dreams, the Heavenly Father is able to preserve you from any harm. He's able to, prevent you from doing anything that is gonna cause you issues, man. And the thing that I experienced in the dream was like this man wanted to gain my trust in order to backstab me, man. You know? Which one of the things that this dude also said when they sent him away, or no, the thing he said to the Moabite at the restaurant was like, yeah, you don't know who I am, bloody bloody bloody. So you already know, you know, that is someone that you know, one tries to seek confrontation, because it was not the first time that day, you know. And then he's gonna basically call out threatenings, man. You know, which you never know whether that threatening is just bluff or whether that is truth. You know, and the brother that I was with that day already said that this man was a little bit tensed already. You know, and when we asked, hey, what's going on? You seem a little tense. He said there was nothing going on. But the way that things happened, you know, both, you know, in the morning and in the afternoon, you know, tell a different story, man. You know. But hey, the moral of the story basically is, you know, the Heavenly Father is able to warn you through dreams, you know, of things that you intend on doing or that you have going on in your mind. You know, but he keeps you from doing that because he's gonna prevent you from going in a way that causes you harm. You know. So with that, I do hope and pray that this video was edifying. And with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodesh. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And shalom to the sincere Akim, spreading this truth in sincerity. Shalom.